What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great day. It is hump day, and hump day is almost in the books. Sun's going down. Look at that. It's going down for real. It's going down for real. Probably by the time I finish this video, it'll be down. So we have some news today. Let me say shout out to Philly 500 and Dan Saleo. We have become part of the weekly call-in show of Dan Saleo's, who's never heard of Mark Holmes on there. And today we got my son Philly 500 on there, and we had fun. I had fun with it. You know, that it's crazy how we're always deemed the delusional Dallas Cowboy fans that just don't know what is what and who is who. And they literally say Dak Prescott lost the game against the Green Bay Packers, but they don't blame Jalen Hurts at all. They said the team lost against Tampa Bay. And that's kind of funny to me how they equate all that. But be that as it may. Be that as it may. We have some interesting takes. We have Zeke Elliott, who we thought was going to have his 21 back because Stefon Gilmore had it last year. And we heard later today that he was going to actually keep the 15. Speculation may be that it's because Stefon Gilmore might be coming back. And here's been my take on this. We've heard that Stefon Gilmore has talked about signing with Carolina. We've heard about Stefon Gilmore possibly going back with New England. And thus far, neither of those things have happened. And see, here's the thing. I know I'm going to get choked by this. And that's okay. It's okay if you're laughing at me. That's fine. But here's the thing that's interesting is, if you're Stefon Gilmore, you're an aging veteran. You only have so many years left. And this is what I say about Dak Prescott, with people saying that Dak Prescott would trade to go to New England. At this point in your career, you're looking to say, can I get some more hardware before I go out? And looking at Carolina, which has turned into, wow, I think Carolina was 15-1, I think in 2015. And they have just completely disassembled themselves and have become a joke. Matt Rule and everything else literally destroyed them, and they're just bad. Do you really want to go to Carolina to finish off your career, or go back to New England, which is now starting over? You know, Bill Belichick is gone. You would probably rather play for the Cowboys. And for the Cowboys, you look at that and say, or at least I look at it and say, Stefon Gilmore is not the guy that was the league defensive player of the year, but he's still really good. That gives you an insurance policy if Diggs isn't 100% ready to start the season. What it also does too, if he is then you can start looking at being able to man with people. You could literally look at it and say, you know, we got 3 cornerbacks that we can just man up with guys and turn the dogs loose in the running game. Because we know that the problem for us has always been stopping the run. You've got some physical linebackers now, some run stoppers. With the guy we drafted this year, he is definitely a run stopper, linebacker. Eric Kendricks, that's another guy that will be better at run stopping. And we definitely have size at linebacker. And with that size, here's, you know, it's a give and take. Dan Quinn made a calculated risk on getting guys that were fast and physical, but smaller guys. They were able to rush the passer, and you could see the amount of sacks that we had and the takeaways that we had because those guys were able to get upfield quickly. The downside is on it, when guys put their hands in the dirt and they're drive blocking, you don't have the weight and the mass to be able to hold up. And if you have linebackers that are run stoppers, typically they're not as good as coverage linebackers. You know, where you have your weak side linebacker is usually smaller and quicker and lighter, which is good for covering, you know, tight end coming out the backfield or covering the slot, but they're not good at run stopping. If you bring back Stefon Gilmore and you have a healthy Diggs and a healthy Bland, man, you got a hell of a lot right there that you can do with this defense. And that, to me, as crazy as it sounds, could be like an all-in move. Yeah. Because now you're looking and saying, I got the best secondary in football. I can match up with just about anybody. And now I've got physical guys that can play on the defense. Now, the only thing I worry about is our three technique guys. We have Osa and Digazua, who is a little bit light, has great hands, and can rush the passer. You got Hankins is gone. You got Mozzie Smith, who's going to be the one technique. He's going to have to play a lot better than he did last year, although I believe him going back to his natural position and putting the weight back on will definitely be beneficial for him. But Rodgers, who will be a rookie, who is another run-stopping defensive lineman, a big load, you may need to get something out of him, that 6th-round draft pick. But then, I don't think the cake is necessarily baked right now, and it seems like now all of a sudden the Cowboys have a sense of urgency to get these guys in during OTAs and to get this roster together. It was... I hope that, like the last couple of years, where they've literally killed us. 2020, we were 6-10, and they joked us and said that, you know, they're setting Mike McCarthy up for failure because we didn't do anything free agency. We got 12 wins. After that season, we got rid of Amari Cooper and Cedric Wilson and guys, and we didn't do anything in free agency. They killed us and said, you know, we're going to suck. They did the same thing the end of last year going into the season. I hope and pray that somehow the Cowboys break the 20-year curse of nobody repeating as division champs. And I hope that the Cowboys can get some playoff success, just so I can throw it back in the face of Dan Saleo and Philly 500. I'm going to bide my time. I'm going to be cool. But when it happens, I'm going to get so indignant, it's not even going to be funny. All right, good people. You see the sun? It's almost done. And another day is in the books. I appreciate you good people. And I will see y'all a little bit later. Peace.